Hi, we're back again. After leaving a magnificent wild camp at Marauchka, we were then meandering along the Bay of Rijeka, through the city of Rijeka. We didn't really spend time there, and then went on to the island of Kirk over the bridge. And in Kirk,
we found a fantastic family-owned camp in an olive grove, and it was called Camp Boar, and it was excellent. Fabulous camping spot on the island of Kirk. It's in amongst olive groves. So we've got shade and peace and quiet. In fact, the first thing that Bernhard did was find cherry trees and start climbing and picking cherries.
loved it a lot. The olives weren't ready, and of course I need some picking, so the cherries were delicious.
Yeah, it was a wonderful camp compared to the others that were beachfront, but they were €110 per night. We could stay in a damn good Airbnb for that.
And get our bed done at the same time.
Yeah.
So, well, the next day we discovered or looked for checking out the town, and we rented some bikes because you, of course, have the entry with your knee and the leg. So, yeah, actually, the two bikes were €60, like about $100 for the day, but we enjoyed it. First, we explored the old town, exciting as always. In that region, you have the Roman influence restaurants, cafes, cobblestones, just nice and quirky. Really exciting. And in the afternoon, we went for the bike ride out of town.
Found the naked beach.
We didn't go there, but we found another little
No.
alcove, just the two of us. It was a little bit chilly, but we had a bit of a nude swim, which was really, really nice. And we cycled along. We did just the two of us when we found our secluded bay. So really enjoyed it. And in the evening, it was fantastic, that camp. Even beyond that, including the €28, I just asked for that, and they actually opened their wellness center. So I had sauna there, I had spa there, steam bath, everything. Nobody else used it. It was just me. Beautiful modern facilities. Can really highly recommend the Camp Boar on Kirk Island. And after a couple of days on Kirk Island, we traveled along the coastline of Croatia, which is very picturesque, towards the incredible Plitvice Lakes.
They are amazing.
If there's not many things you're going to do in Croatia, yes, we're a bit biased here. You have to see Plitvice Lakes. It is something so unique, incredible. We could literally just actually put footage together for half an hour, just showing the incredible beauty of this lake system. It is second to none. We started there at 7 o'clock as the park opened, with next to no one there, meandering through the waterfalls, the tallest waterfalls in Croatia. The waterways, as the way they've built it, as you are literally walking, meandering along the boardwalks, you are part of it, you are in it, you are feeling it. You feel the mist of the water all around you, and you got different levels, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different levels, more lakes, more waterfalls, different type of waterfalls, 180-degree around different types of waterfalls. See beautiful fish, incredible flowers along the way.
Oh, and those frogs.
The wildlife, incredible. The sky was sort of a bit sunny, a bit cloudy. It was nice, but with sun it's definitely so much more intense. Then sort of halfway through, we then was part of a trip, and the entrance fee, we went on a boat, crossing a lake, to then get to the next stage, and you walk on there again, more waterfalls. That's all I can say. So magnificent in what they have seen there. We just try to cut it back and even cut ourselves out and let you just watch some of the magnificence and the beauty of Plitvice Lakes. One thing to remember though, because as we were leaving probably around about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and we could have easily spent more time there.
Oh my lord, the crowds absolutely came in. We looked down as we were leaving, we looked down on the boardwalks that we had taken, and it was literally bumper to bumper of people. It looked like a railway station. So seriously, start at 7 a.m. and really get the joy from those beautiful lakes.
Yeah, did not go there later. When we were there in the morning, it was just us. No one else there really. So that's a big, big hint. You go there, go early. And well, as we were leaving then,
Started to rain.
because we had planned to head down towards Split, etc., and said, oh my God, we only room.
Those clouds, it was awful.
Incredible. We said, okay, plan B, if we Bosnia Herzegovina. Okay, quick redirection. We haven't had car insurance at that. Said, look, let's just go there. And we changed our GPS.
In the queue, it was our first experience ever of a border crossing. And so I was, the old heart's going a bit like this because there's been a lot of write-ups about border crossings. And it was easy peasy. First of all, we had the Croatian border patrol, and I thought, oh, yeah, we're finished, let's go. You go from the Croatian polling booth kind of thing to the Bosnian one, and then you go to the customs. So it was an experience.
Ken entered the country, and we drove to the next town, which was Bihać, and we actually organized the car insurance there. A little bit there, so amazing, showing already the incredible kindness. People are so helpful. So I asked literally people at the service station, at a car yard. They then got me in contact with an insurance broker. And this lady, incredible, she organized our insurance for us in Bihać, which was amazing and very affordable as well. So there we had our official insurance.
With Bernhard Hackey getting the insurance, we then took off to a suggested national park called Urna National Park. Found it on the map and headed for there. But before we got there, actually what stopped us going in initially was this cop car sitting there, and we thought, we've got a camper truck here, maybe we'll just divert until he goes. So we popped along to this restaurant, which was rustic and had the most fabulous meal, didn't we?
Very picturesque, beautiful meal, and the scenic and the setting inside, very, very picturesque, yeah. Inviting, and they had also these cute little dog houses. We have our first Bosnian meal, meaty dish. Excellent, and a good platter with cracked pepper as well. To be enjoyed. Beautiful dinner.
So then we did head to the park, and the cop was gone, so that was good. And it was beautiful. There were a lot of houses along the way and people offering their backyards as camping grounds, which of course we didn't go in, but they were very friendly people. And we made our way up a more or less 4x4 track into the forest and found this lovely little patch to camp at. And along came these amazing, huge dogs. We've since found out they're called Albanian sheepdogs. And even when I got up for a wee during the night, they were right there. And I went, whoa, what's this going to be like? But they were just there with their tails wagging and standing guard on us.
We weren't sure, are they wild, are they feral, are they going to attack us? And really, they were the tamest things. I mean, just beautiful creatures. You two are very well behaved, yet you're wild. I don't quite get that. Yes, now sit. Not quite that well trained.
The next day I had to feed them, so I made a coction full of egg and meat and prosciutto, and we fed them, and then we felt happy to take off after that.
Ready for feeding of the wolves. Princess put together a nice mixture for these beautiful strays. We've been sacrificing some of our bread, ham, eggs. Prosciutto, yes.
Beautiful park.
From there we moved on to Martin, and on the way to Martinbod, which is known for a really amazing waterfall too, we went passed not far from it, there was a twin river crossing with a little bit of a waterfall, and the first serious war remnant we could see as well, a destroyed bridge, which is still destroyed and just built sort of a haphazard secondary bridge which you can use. Yeah, that was the first stark reminder of war really hit Bosnia-Herzegovina very badly. So after that, we then literally went into Martinbrod, and so okay, we had seen the waterfall just by chatting to somebody local there. So they actually said, no, you have to go into town, and we almost overlooked it. And as we went into town, the waterfall, again, not many people and hardly any tourists there. And quite magnificent. Again, a variety of different waterfalls, 2 levels.
And that's where you put the drone under the bridge.
Under the bridge. It's like, oh, I'm sweating. As you can see, I'm getting better with my drone footage. There should be more coming moving forward. And afterwards, I think after all that stress with the drone, you found us this little
Cafe with local food, and
the lady with her husband, she makes it there and then.
she had all her chickens around her and beautiful gardens, and that was a real treat. So this is my very local food of veal stew, and it's divine.
She couldn't wait, she's tried it already. And I do have stuffed peppers. It's just so beautiful when you don't just see the beautiful environment, but also start connecting with the people and get a feel for what it's like living there. And that's one of the things definitely in Bosnia-Herzegovina, you realize straight away, people are so open-hearted. They just want to help. Very, very amazing. And then as we were leaving after this beautiful, very satisfying lunch, we felt, oh, there's a bit of an unused track, the old road, not the main sealed road. It's like, oh yes, sounds good, like a bit of off-roading track. Off we go, and
It was dreadful.
okay, it's not really serious off-roading, but it just had overgrown, as you can see. Jeremy and our Questor suffered the first serious scratches on both sides of the vehicle, because it really didn't matter. Once you're in, can't really return. You might as well go forward. I can't cut down the entire forest either, so we just had to pull through and just accept the scratches on the car.
And the thing was, we got to the top of this road just to find we were on the main road again anyway. So I was like,
So sorry, Questor, you've got a few remnants now and memories of Bosnia-Herzegovina. Moving on from Martinbrod and the scratches in our Questor, looked for a wild camp, found a spot, no water there where it was supposed to be a lake, but it was a pretty spot we could find, and we had another incredible sunset there rewarding us. And the following day, we're heading into Mostar to explore this incredible, ancient and very historic town.
we looked for a little bit, and then we headed off to find a camp because it was quite late in the day, and we went out to Mount Hum, which towers over Mostar, and we found a gorgeous place to stop, and yet again another beautiful sunset.
And sadly again, when history comes in, it was also from Mount Hum and surrounding mountains where actually the Bosnian Muslim people had been badly attacked and shelled and just devastated. So it's also that connection there when you see also the war leftovers from the town, when you go through town, the ravaged buildings which are still there, even though the war goes almost 30 years back in the 90s, bullet holes or mortar holes, etc. It's, you know, you hear about it, you see it on media and read about it.
But when you're confronted,
It's very confronting.
and they've left them there, they've left a lot of the buildings there deliberately because they have lest we forget. So
Because the old town, which is incredible, was basically destroyed, and they completely rebuilt that.
UNESCO helped with that.
And like even I think the French government basically paid for all the roofing tiles, etc. So they're slightly different to what the originals were, etc. Incredible what we can see there and what has happened in that town.
Mostar is a beautiful little historical town in Bosnia and Herzegovina. It was historically the capital of Herzegovina, situated in the mountainous country along the Narita River. The bridge, for which it's most famous for, was built in 1566 when the Ottoman replaced the town's wooden suspension bridge with a stone arched one, hence the name Mostar from the Serbo-Croatian most or bridge. The stone bridge has a single arch of 27 metres wide, and it's an absolute masterpiece of Ottoman engineering. In November 1993, though, during the Bosnian Civil War, the bridge was destroyed by artillery fire from the Bosnian Croat forces. Major rebuilding was undertaken to restore the bridge and the nearby buildings using stones from around the area, and the bridge was eventually reopened in 2004. So the whole area, including the bridge, have been added to UNESCO's World Heritage List in 2005. When we were on a walking tour of Mostar, you would absolutely marvel at the cobbled streets, the markets, the vibrant cafes, and the beautiful crafts and trade that are on display there. We even went to the reconstructed coppersmith's bazaar, and that was absolutely amazing to hear the story of the coppersmith who lived through the war and his family continued the art. On the tour, we were also lucky enough to see the traditional diving from the 24-metre high bridge into the icy 4 degrees Neretva River below. This is a really risky feat, and only the most skilled and best trained divers will attempt it. The practice dates back to when the original bridge was built, and the first recorded jump was way back in 1664.
That metal white platform over there is the training platform. That's where they train people, and then bring people to the bridge to jump on the supervision of professionals.
Arriving at the bridge, we immediately saw a guy standing on the other side of the railing, ready to jump. We got our cameras in prime position and we waited for him to jump. We thought, God, that's really lucky that we turned up. And straight away there was someone on the bridge ready to jump. But we realized after about 20 minutes, and our guide explained to us, that the guy wasn't jumping until he'd collected at least €50. Eventually, with our cameras ready, we watched him jump off, and after about 3 seconds of free fall, he hit the water knees first.
Wow. I should have done slow motion.
It was a real thrill to see it in real life. And the reason they go knees first is the water is only 4 meters deep. So that's why it's really risky. Overseas brave people can do the jump, but it's nearly a full day's training before you can do it. Certainly some have lost their lives. And needless to say, apart from the amazing history that we heard from our tour guide, we had to try some ice cream. Ice cream is just the best. And you know what Bernhardt's like with ice cream. We also met an amazing family there from America. And yeah, we had great conversations with them in the afternoon. Mostar is certainly going to go down in our memories as being a beautiful historical place to visit. Well worth the visit.
And after exploring this magnificent old town of Mostar, we needed a rest, and we found a beautiful wild camp in the outskirts there at the Red River/lake.
This free camping in Bosnia is just so idyllic. It's absolutely beautiful, and look at the weather. Stunning, huh? And there are fish jumping in the water. Loads and loads of fish that Bernhardt can't catch.
Really pretty, picturesque, somewhat appalling, the rubbish.
It's really sad, actually, that people, I call them that scum, can litter the planet so badly.
It is heartbreaking. What was magnificent there is like literally in the water. Princess said, Bernhard, come and have a look. It's like, there's fish jumping everywhere. It's like, oh my God.
Good morning. These fish have spent all night jumping here. Look at that. Look at that. Absolutely incredible.
Guess what I try? Of course, I try to catch some. Anyway, I failed miserably asking friends what I should do to actually catch some of these fish for dinner. Anyway, we enjoyed the beautiful evening and the sunset yet again, which accompanied us no matter where we go. And then the next day, we were on our last leg for Bosnia-Herzegovina for now. Wait, what's ahead of us there in Trebinje, the southeastern town close to Dubrovnik, where we had some very unpleasant run-in with some local
And that's putting it
authorities.
politely.
more about that for next week, because always remember,
It's never too late.
go for gold, have clarity what you want, and just aim for the stars. And if you like it, smash the like button, subscribe. And if you really like it that much, may want to share it with your friend who may have some interest. Any questions, contact us, anything specific on our amazing journey.
Bye for now.
We'd also love to thank our sponsors, including BainTech for our lithium battery and battery management system setup, Cooper tires that get us rolling through the toughest terrain, Coastline Automotive for all the mechanical work on this vehicle, Cruisinator and Bonetti campers for the amazing fit out of our Questor, Western Works for the pannier panels, and for our 4x4 recovery gear when the going gets tough by George 4x4.